Hey, Tony guys are here popping in. A little quick video. Now this one for the parents and soon to be parents, uncles, aunties, you helping raise your nieces and nephews, you thinking about adopting or becoming a foster parent. Now for one, forgive my background. I'm in an Airbnb. I'm in London with my son, and I'm over here, and the way this works is if I'm moving over here to open up a business, and I'm coming here to, plant seeds, my son is able to find a soccer club. Now, the way the rules work is that's the only way a foreigner, someone without a UK passport, can do that. Now, unless one of y'all over here in the UK gonna adopt them for me, then that's the only way he could sign with Academy. But what you have to realize is, even for myself, who I do well in business, it's still, coming over here, spanning the brand and bringing my son is still very costly. Just, it's very costly, very costly. Tens of thousands, not no couple thousand. Our flights coming over here last time was $4,200, $4,200 that came in December, then had to come right back in January. And so what it hit me today is that these kids, they don't understand. They don't understand the sacrifices that you make. They don't understand what you do for them. And when we think about it, if you were raised, whoever raised you took care of you, if that's a part of your story, you may look back and realize, like, man, I didn't realize what they were doing. Like, I didn't understand that. And even when I look back and I think about that, I'm like, man, you know what? I was in one house from the age of 2. And my dad is the baby of 12. My mama is the baby of 12. They come from nothing. So it could have been a lot of moving, a lot of dysfunction. But I was in one house from the age of 2 years old. And my dad stayed, and he was faithful and he was present. And I didn't realize that. I didn't even appreciate it growing up because I just didn't understand what was being done. And I'm thinking about this and I'm like, man, the level of my love for my kids is inexplicable. I can't put words on it. And I don't know why I'm doing it, but one thing I say is I feel like we are called as parents to do it. I feel that it's our job as parents that if we laid down to have kids, that once we have them kids, it's no longer about us. It's no longer about our convenience, our comfort. It's no longer about us. And I think a lot of times as parents, we get very bogged down. We get very frustrated. We get very just in our feelings, and life is hard on us as parents. Like, life is not easy. Like, them bills keep building. I 2 or 3 times was about to start a GoFundMe, but I don't believe in GoFundMe's when it's for a dream. A lot of times people do GoFundMe for a dream. It's like, no, GoFundMe is for like life or death. Like, nobody finna work hard to fund your dream. And forgive me if you got a GoFundMe up right now, but it just point blank period of the matter. Like, a GoFundMe is when you've done everything you can do and you fallen on hard times and you bled, sweat, and cried. You dedicated yourself. You crucified your ego, and you still can't get no job, or you got a job and your house burned down, or family member in the hospital, can't pay the hospital bill, about to get put out the hospital, but need to be in the hospital in order to stay alive. That's what a GoFundMe for. A lot of times people be doing GoFundMe, be like, hey, help me do this movie. And it's like, people working hard. You doing a movie, that's a dream. Like, you got to get that out the mud. You got to get that how you live. But I'm going to do a GoFundMe one day for something, but I'm not being serious. I want to do no GoFundMe, but still, it's just one of them things to where it got me to thinking. I say, you know what? Each of us on our own level, like it's levels to it. It's levels to what you do. It's levels to the lengths that you able to go depending on the season of life that you in. It's levels to it. And I feel like each of us have to max out that level. You gotta be willing to make those phone calls on behalf of your child, send those emails. You gotta be willing to put a foot on that door, to kick that door down. And you gotta prepare them for the opportunity. And I told my son, I'm like, son, you know, if we come over here and I do what I do on the business side, but no club want to sign you, will you be all right with that? Like, will you? And he was like, yeah, it's an experience. I'm still gonna grow, learn. So I said, okay, just want you to know, ain't nothing guaranteed. Like, yeah, I could, make some things happen and get you in there, but I can't keep you in there. Like, that's on you. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. And what I notice about kids is it ain't necessarily our place as adults to try to make them understand, because one thing I've learned from speaking to young men is I speak to so many young men, I probably reach like 20% of them. Like, all of them remember what I said, but we don't really learn until life punches us in the mouth, until life sit us down on our behind, knock us on our behind. We don't really get the lesson. Like, all of us had people in our face telling us, do this, do that, do this, do that, and we ain't listen. Then when life kick you in your mouth and your butt on the ground, then you like, dang, this what they meant. Man, so this what you were trying to tell me? Doggone it. I should have listened. And so that's the thing that we just don't realize. So I say, man, I'm going to do this. Try to do what I can do. And at the end of the day, children might not realize what you sacrificed, what you gave up, what you went through until you dead and gone. But our reward is not supposed to come from our children. The reward gonna come from God. And not even a reward, but I mean the provision and the completion comes from God. Now I was reading in the Bible, it was talking about, like, if a woman is over 60, her kids, like a widow or whatever, her kids should take care of her if she over 60. And it was like, if you under 60, you need to be working. Take care of yourself. So the Bible does want us to honor our parents and all of that, but we not living and doing for our kids to take care of us or to do something for us. That can't be the goal. But I want to encourage you as a parent. It's going to get hard, but suck it up. Suck it up. My wife be saying, suck it up, buttercup, and go harder. Do more for your kids. Get out there. And I feel like if we all buckle down and we sacrifice and we really stretch our kids' mind, take them different places, create opportunities, put them in different places to learn, to grow, and to flourish, we will start to change the world, because we will be producing better citizens for society who are confident, strong, wise, educated, cultured, experienced, traveled, learned, all of the above. But we got to come together and do that as parents. God bless you. We're going to talk soon. What I had to say. Growth Club. TonyGastonAcademy.com. You'll see it say Growth Club 2024. It's enrolling all January. It's group coaching. It'll really officially kick off in February, where we get on Zoom, have a life coaching lesson, meaning life, love, and business, one of the topics, and then I open up for Q&A. It's a private group. The payment that you pay, it is a one-time payment. It's not a monthly subscription. It's a one-time payment. If you use the coupon code, depending on when you see this, if you see this before, I think January 12th, if you use the coupon code GROW, GROW, it'll give you 25% off. So GROW. And I think that code will work for other courses as well if you're already in the Growth Club. And if you're in the Growth Club, send an email out today. God bless you. We'll talk soon.